Why hello there, this is Synoptic and I'm doing commentary for Empire Total War. I'm playing as the United States and as requested I'm going to use some Marines. Right now I'm using 2 militia, 4 legions of the United States, 5 Marines, 2 regiments of horse, 3 household cavalry and a light dragoon. My opponent is using 3 horse guards, 1 life guard, 10 line infantry and 4 green jackets. Right from the start I noticed a vulnerability and I'm going to take as much advantage of that as possible. Now a popular thing that players like to do these days is have a holding force and a flanking force. Now that normally works against a camper, but against an attacker you're going to get smashed. So basically I'm going to rush the front and that's going to immediately cause him to retreat. So I'm going to hover my regiment of horse near him for a while. All I wanted him to do was make some squares, but he's not. I don't think he took the bait at the start. So I'm going to slow down, but then realizing he's not going to stop, I'm actually going to charge him. I didn't want to do that really, but he leaves me no choice. Check out this charge. That's almost 80 kills on impact. Huge damage. Pommies are flying. Anyway, this green jacket's going to get smashed as well. And one of his units here has his general in it, which is found quite odd. So when he loses that general right now, this green jacket, 58 strong, is going to rout. His other unit's already routing, the line infantry. So it went from 160 to 43 in about 10 seconds. Maintaining this pressure, I'm going to keep advancing. So his flanking force, he's keeping his main strategy by the way, even though I've already ruptured his main plan. So he's got his flanking force consisting of 4 line infantry. He's retreated to the woods. So as I advance again, he's going to retreat again. So he's going to give up the woods pretty much in fear. Because I'm playing so fast that he's bound to make mistakes. Anyway, he's going to continue his envelopment. He's got all those heavy cavalry. They're going to end up on my rear, and that's going to really annoy me. So while I advance, I'll talk about my army. So basically I bought these 2 militia here. Their only objective initially was to absorb fire, so I bought them to die pretty much as I entered extreme close range with my legions and annihilated with my Marines. Because Marines run out of ammo very quickly. They have less number in proportion to normal line infantry, so they shoot more and there's less of them, so they're weaker overall. But then again, these new units look really cool. Actually, I can't really tell much difference between the Marines and the legions. They both have those crazy hats. So as he retreats, he's going to still advance with his flanking force. He's not too far now. So basically I'm just going to leave my entire flank open. I'm just going to invite him to come get me. And what I want him to do is to hit me with his cavalry as well. At this point I'm already facing the cavalry with my Marines. So right now I'm not going to do much. I'm just going to let him make some mistakes. So after going like almost completely berserk with my attack, none of my actual plan has gone to the way I wanted to. So now I have some units on my flank, I got some cavalry behind me, and I never got to use my meat shield. How depressing. These guys haven't even died yet. So sad. Okay, firstly I'm going to notice the fact that his line infantry over here, the flanking force, has no long range, so I'm going to capitalize on that and just take some shots at it. This is going to frustrate him and force him to attack, because if he doesn't, I'm just going to keep shooting him from the safe distance. So he's going to incur some, not too heavy losses, but enough to make him attack. He's split up his flank again. He's going to get these 2 on my Marines and the other 2 advance on my legions. So I got my second one coming in. I'm going to shoot the same unit because I just want one unit to rout at a time. Again, taking advantage of the routing factor in this game. It's a lot different to how it used to be. So now that his flanking force is engaged, he's going to advance his main body now. Although I'm not too concerned about that, because that's when I'll finally get to use my meat shield. You hear that, guys? You're going to die. Okay, now I'm going to continue. I'm going to envelop his envelopment, because I don't really like it when people envelop me. Hurts my feelings. Anyway, I'm going to send this unit firstly up here just to guard against the horse guard. I'm really assuming there's going to be attack from them, but assuming as they're not moving immediately, I'm going to use this couple of seconds to get some shots in his flank. Okay, now he's going to start shooting into my body. and I'm gonna advance my militia straight away. Their time has come. So I'm gonna advance my last marine. I didn't want to do this, so to back them up I got my 2 legions here. So I got 2 legions guarding my marines and the horses, and 2 legions fighting the line infantry. So he's sending all his horse now, who are going to get heavily shot on the way. So I got my marines firing and legions. Now the problem with charging like this is all your other cavalry are just going to have a wasted charge because they're just running into their own teammates, so nothing's going to happen. Also see in the distance I got a household cavalry on the way, because when you put your cavalry on a hill, it's going to be pretty obvious you're going to charge from that hill. So I've already busted this line infantry unit from that flank I put on. He's engaged in melee against my legions, a very good move. So he's crushed my middle, but now I'm just going to use my legions back here to finish those dudes off. So I've already lost a militia. Sorry, we couldn't see them get shot because I had to show the other part. So those guys died quite quickly from a massive body, and he's engaged in melee with the other one, which isn't such a good idea because the militia can fight better than they can shoot. They're still going to rout though. So noticing my collapse of my meat shield, I'm going to start hitting his rear with my cavalry to make him make squares and temporarily hold him up while I finish up this mess. So he hasn't got all that much men left. I'm going to lose this marine here. I got a lot of friendly fire from my legions. I had to take that because I had to kill as many enemy cavalry as I could, because losing this area would bust my entire main body open. So this main fight is now destroyed on this flanking body. Seeming as he ran in to the melee we here, all I had to do was use my flanking force, turn them around, and then shoot his other guys. So he's continuing with a melee with this unit. So got a legion here running away. But now it's scramble time. I've killed his cavalry, I've killed his flanking force. All he has left now is his main body, which I effectively held out with my poor militia. So at this point, all I'm doing is rearranging my army to get ready for the final assault. At this point he's going to terminate the game not too long from now, because he'll get over it. I think I whipped him hard enough. So I'm going to do what I finally wanted to do in the first place, and that's use my militia as a meat shield. So he ordered us to just run at the enemy bullets. That's right. Now go. Routing. Whoops. Anyway, I got my legions, so they did their job. I made every single green jacket fire. He's got some bullets left in him on his right flank, so he's going to unload those, but I'm already in range with my legions. So I'm firing away. Those green jackets will not last very long against all my legions, just to superior numbers and the close range of it all. So noticing he has no cavalry at this point, I don't really have to protect my legions. Anyway, I'm going to send one marine in reserve just to help out. He's got a flanking force here of line infantry, but with the rest of the marines I'm going to flank him. I'm just going to hit this side here. Notice at this point he has a lot of units turned around. He's become quite sick of me hitting his rear, but since I've already started shooting him from the front, he's turning them back around. Okay, so he's got this flanking unit. My marines have started firing into them, and I already sent a household cavalry. So, see ya. So I've got some other cavalry charges. So at this point I've already killed about 3/4 of his army with a couple of charges and a couple of volleys from my legions. So that was a pretty good game. All I did there was capitalize on a very popular tactic, which is hold and flank. So when people do that, they leave both bodies very vulnerable for attack. We saw a pretty cool charge from the start. That allowed me to mount the pressure. So I also let him come at me from my left with his main body of flanking force, and I eliminated all his cavalry in one blow. That was practically a chess move. I had one unit looking vulnerable. He took that. He charged right at it, but he had 2 legions of the United States fire right at them, killing almost all of them, and I had a household cavalry straight away coming at them from the rear. So after destroying that, I had full cavalry superiority and mostly long range superiority as well. because he didn't have that many green jackets left, and I also got to use my meat shield multiple times. So good work, militia. Good work taking those bullets. Thanks for watching.